Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel, and in today's video I wanted to share with you a little unboxing from a good friend. Kaylee sent me some really nice things. This one included really lovely journal as well as my current stationery finds, as I'm currently living in Berlin, and of course I took the chance at trying out different stationery as well as adding some to my current stash. I did bring a couple of things from back home, mostly Japanese stationery, but I also wanted to try out different fountain pen inks as well as different accessories that I would be using for journaling. So make sure to keep watching to know more. So I finally found a reason to clean my table and also show you a couple of things that I got from the mail, things I bought from stationery shops here in Berlin, as well as opening some things I actually haven't opened yet. So I queued it up all for this video. But first things first, I do want to show you this crate where I currently put all my things. It's a nice mustard colored crate. It's actually a large size, or a medium if I'm not mistaken, but initially I bought this small size and it fits a lot of my journals and stationery and traveler's notebook essentials and accessories well. But I wanted a bigger one because I needed to store bigger things and bigger notebooks. And what's interesting is you can actually put like two inside it, kind of like a divider. But I got this sometime in February because it was on sale at Modular. So it's one of my favorite art supply stores here in Berlin. And so yeah, I have this large one, and I'm gonna set aside some things first. So first things first is Kaylee sent me some mail. So Kaylee is the fairy art mother of Get Messy. I'll link it down below if you haven't heard of Get Messy. So I'm gonna take out the stuff that she sent me first, and I'm so excited to open these up because I know she is great at sending mail and I love her stuff so much. So these are all from her, and we're gonna open that before we head to the other things. So since arriving in Berlin, I haven't really brought or bought that much stuff. I also did bring some essentials, but I haven't really gotten into going to flea markets and vintage bookshops, but I do want to get into that. And I think some of these are actually related to that. So I got this really pretty letter, and I'm not gonna read it for you, but here's a little look. So I also got this postcard, and I really like the little mantra here. It says, "Let's make room for more curiosity, less calculating, more 5 minutes of hoping, less 5, 10, and 15-year plans, more skirts that spin and sweats that snuggle, less pants that pinch." Yes, we love loose jeans. "Let's seek space for more ways to love the people we meet, and less reasons why we shouldn't. More creating and less criticizing. Let's pause long enough to have time for more books and birds and breaks and baking, and less regrets when we need to linger a little longer. Let's let our hearts hold more goodness and less guilt, and more we're doing so much right, and less but I got that one thing wrong." Yes, super true. "Let's take more time for the life we're living, less longing for a life we think we should have lived. More and less." That was really nice. I really like this. I'm going to put this up on my little wall. First, let's open this one. And this one, I believe, says welcome. So, actually, I did open this already, right? So, this one is, I think this is a Berlin book. That's so interesting. And I think it's some kind of dictionary and like mini guide. It's so amazing because I don't really encounter things like these, and seeing them still intact is so amazing to me. And it's a nice pocket size book. I think I would use this mostly for collage work and a bit of learning, language learning. Oh, there is a fold out map here. Super pretty. Oh wow. So nice. I think the blue ones are lakes. or yeah, they're lakes. I really love this cover as well. So I think this is a sticker, dried flower sticker. I really like what this says. You are a master of difficult situations. Some lovely goodies. Oh, I love this. This needs to be on the cover of my traveler's notebook. I super love these like signature, like they're vintage labels, and I love how they add a bit of character to every page. These are a bunch of knickknacks that I'm so excited to use. You have like old stamps, quotes. I think this is acetate paper, right? Yeah, it's great for like layering and doing a lot of mixed media. So Get Messy focuses a lot on art journaling and collage and mixed media, and it's so great that their style is just so unique. Actually, I am teaching a class this April, so I will link that down below as well if you want to check that out. I did a little journal spread about the whole idea of the season of OK. So we have more maps here. Oh, what is this? This is, yes, I love botanical illustrations like that. This is so pretty. We have more to open. It's a nice like cloth. I figured it could be reused as well. Oh, so this is a hand-bound journal. I think I saw this on Kaylee's Instagram actually. She does make her own journals. Wow, this is so pretty. Can you imagine all the things that can be filled up in this really gorgeous journal? Should I just drop my traveler's notebook and just move here? It's so nice. I can imagine like incorporating writings and illustrations in something like this that will definitely stand out even more. I like this. I have a fascination for anything botanical, so that is really an instant win for me. Next up, we have this one. This, you know, when I got this package, it felt so much like Christmas or my delayed birthday gift, belated birthday gift. My birthday was in January, so I also didn't want to throw away all the packaging. At some point, I'm going to put them in my journal. Okay, this one is, oh, that's so cool. How to be German in 50 easy steps. Yep, I need that. And it's bilingual. So this is the English part. At the back is the German part. At some point, if I learn to speak German fluently, then I could probably read the German part. And then these are really lovely affirmations that I think everyone needs in their life. And then we also have some cards here. Really love that. More to journal actually. So excited. And then this one I wanted to really preserve because I just really like this Abbey in Berlin tag. But we're gonna go ahead and open this one. It's a huge book, I believe. ASMR. Okay. Oh wow, it has a pen slot. That's so interesting. This is my hand for scale. This is probably like A4-ish size. And I believe it is a planner, agenda. Wow. This is a real planner from the old times. That's so interesting. I think it is also a company or something, but I really love this layout and the text. These are the ones that you usually see in ephemera. In general, it's so nice. And then this is the layout for the planner. So you have the dates, and I'm not sure what year exactly this is, but it's really pretty. I feel like it's too shameful to like tear it off. Maybe it could be used as a log or something. It's It's really nice, and I wish you could touch the texture because the details are so rich and embossed so well, and the red and gold contrast really makes so much of a difference. Oh, this is a map of Berlin. Now I have so much maps that I could use for hanging on my future apartment wall. But I'm definitely gonna keep this card. Also, fun fact, this backing here, you see it's 𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘𝚘. This is a popular German journal brand. So yeah, fun fact. Lastly, I was so excited when I saw this because I love Flow magazine. And this is a copy of Flow magazine in German. I think this is an old issue. Actually, I have the same issue back home, but the cover is different. It was Frida Kahlo on the cover, if I believe so. But Flow has a German version, so here's a little look at what's inside. Of course, everything is in German. I can always like put my phone out and do a Google Translate, but there are some German edition, limited edition articles that can be found only in the German version. So it's really nice and inspirational. I really love the dividers. I remember cutting one off and using it for wall art. It's really pretty and it's perfect for spring. This is my personal favorite. So yeah. Thank you so much to Kaylee for sending all these goodies. I am so touched. Quick commercial break before we continue on with the video. In case you haven't heard, I have a new book coming out. It's a book about travel journaling. It's called The Art of the Travel Journal. It will be out this August, and if you'd like to pre-order and support your local bookstore or order via Amazon, you can check the link down below for more info. You can also get a preview of my book, like a little excerpt from the book, by subscribing to my newsletter. It's at abbeyc.com/mail. Everything is on the description, and I do hope you check it out so that you can have a book to guide you on your future travel journaling adventures. Now let's go back to the video. Okay, next on our crate, this feels like a mystery box or something, is this tiny thing. I think I'm gonna take out everything now because they're not a lot. And these are just envelopes, so nothing to see here. I wanted to send out some mail to friends overseas, so we went to a really interesting vintage shop somewhere in Prenzlauer Berg. It's called Web Orange. Of course, I'm butchering the pronunciation, but here are some pictures from the visit, and it was so nice. I went with Sarah and we both picked up some treasures. So it was only cash only, and I didn't really want to get too much things, so I just got these two things. So this one is a really pretty postcard. I think I have already like 5+ postcards since coming here. I don't really like the backing, but this kind of illustration style is something that I'm super interested in. If you zoom in closely, like all the layers and all the illustrations, they feel kind of like Riso style, and I like how the buildings are juxtaposed with the bright orange as well as these like shapes. This is the kind of style that I would like to try with my work, and anytime I see something similar with designs like in postcards or in maps or anything, I just snag them up like crazy. So I have it here, and I think it only cost me like €1 or something, so really nice. And then this one is a €2 find. This is an old map, Deutschland Süd, which means south of Germany. I think the map focuses on this part of Germany. I've been to Munich. I would definitely love to visit Frankfurt over the summer. But one of the reasons I also got this is because of the colors. So usually when you buy maps or you look for maps, you know, maps come in different colorways, and this one had a nice yellow mustardy situation. So at the back, it's like an overview of some of the little do you call them cities? I don't think they're called cities, but locations in south of Germany. I didn't notice this, but this is a nice addition. Like this illustration down here feels very urban sketching style, as well as here on top on the upper right hand side. It's a really nice accent. But the highlight would be this one. I really like the colorway of the map. I don't know if that's enough reason for me to buy it, but it's just really gorgeous. And I like that it has all these yellow links to it. Oh, Nuremberg is here. I've been to Nuremberg. The other places I haven't been. I've been to Heidelberg. But yeah, I do want to visit more places in Germany. So I decided to get this as well. And it's a nice fold out map. I have no idea if I'm going to cut portions and do collage. Maybe if I go to a specific place, I can cut it up and use it as like a marker. So that is still TBD. But yeah, these two, I cannot pronounce this properly, but this means map because Reis is travel, if I believe so. Cart is card or something. So next up, I'm gonna add in these ones because I realize I haven't really talked about them fully, but we're going to get into some fountain pen inks. I got 3 bottles. I don't want to add any more, but these 2 are from a German brand called Rohrer & Klingner, and this one on the left is called Alt Goldgrün, which is a nice like olivey, springy green. And then here on the right, this is called Helianthus, which is sunflower. It's a nice bright yellowish orange. I'm gonna show you some swatches that I did here so that you can see what it looks like. This one is the Alt Goldgrün, and then this one is the Helianthus. So it's really nice and springy, I would say. And then I have been looking for a specific ink color for my new pen, which I'll show you later. So I decided to get my first ever Kobe bottle. So this is Nagasawa Kobe, or Kobe Nagasawa. This is a bottle of Shinkaichi Gold, which is actually number 22. So it's 2022, so that's interesting. So this is what it looks like. It's a nice tiny bottle. So I decided to get it after many contemplations because I got this pen for myself. It's my moving to Germany pen. This is a Pelikan M400, Pelikan Sovereign M400 in white tortoise, and I really like it. It's like white and gold and like these like little bits. It's also a piston converter. So I have the Shinkaichi Gold ink here. It just matches so well. So let me show you a page from my Hobonichi weeks on that. So these drawings are using the Shinkaichi Gold. It's really golden and so bright, and I super love it. So I decided to get it. So yeah, this is the pen. Is it clean? Not so clean, but this is the nib inside. I got EF. Apparently EF is a bit more expensive, but German EF nibs are extremely thicker than Japanese nibs. So that's interesting. So I decided to get the EF, and let me see if I have a sample. Yeah, this is the sample of the ink and the Pelikan pen. Next up, I went to Louis Ban. I always go to Louis Ban, and so I got a couple of things during my several trips there. So I got these tapes. Apparently they are classic-y tapes, and it's a nice vintagey design. I wanted to get them to accent my journal pages, and anything that has like vintage text or print is something that always is what I gravitate towards. And I didn't bring rolls of tapes here. I don't plan to collect, but these ones are just too hard to pass up. This one is a nice neutral one, and it's also relatively thinner, so I really like this as accent. And it's also, you know, nice and neutral, something that I like using when it comes to journaling or adding some sort of decoration on my planners. And then this one is also from Classicy. I am a new Classicy fan. I got this letterpress card set. The main reason I got this was because if I wanted to give gifts to friends, I would write notes here and then send it out. So that's why I got it. It's a nice green border and pattern situation. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna get one. Next up, in Modular. Yeah. So in Modular, I always make it a point to get postcards. Actually, I have to start writing on these. So these are the stamps for international sending. It's 95 cents. I bought it from the post office. And then these are, I'm gonna hide the addresses. I already started writing. These are postcards that I always get from Modular because they are so pretty and they're so nice to send out. So you'll see the different tourist spots. Berliner Dom is super popular. Mauer Park. This area, this Schönhauser Alley, I am always there. So I always make it a point to buy postcard of that. And Eberswalderstrasse. This street is also very familiar to me. And this particular U-Bahn station. And then Volkshagener Platz is in Friedrichshain. Usually there's a flea market there in the summer. I think I've tackled most of them. This one I actually haven't been to, but I've always seen the planetarium. So I really love the play of colors, so I'm gonna use these to send out to my friends back home and write some letters with. Lastly, I wanted to show you this really cute Canson Moval size. It's 7.5 inches by 9.4 inches. It's not very big. I think it's a bit bigger than A5. And this is a block. It's not loose paper. If I like painting or if I prefer to paint on a paper that's not so expensive but does good quality absorption of watercolor, I usually get the Canson Moval. And you'll see here it says 100% cellulose. Usually watercolor papers are in cotton, but this one is in cellulose. And I think it pretty much does the job. I actually painted something already. So as you can tell, I'm really obsessed with the idea of spring. So this is Frühling, which is spring in German, and you basically cut up the edges to you know, dismantle the pages. I don't know yet what I'm going to do with this. Just having it around is giving me a reason to paint, to make art, or maybe I will still layer something over this. So yeah, I just wanted to show you one of the art materials because everything else feels like stationery at this point. Last but not least, I do want to share with you my current stack of books. Yes, these are all new because I love books. And first up is this really pretty, I would say it's like a collector's item, Berlin typography book. I love typography, obviously. And this one showcases different typography signages around Berlin. I've always found this interesting because when I first went here, the first thing I noticed was during, like, on the subway, the different locations had different fonts, and also some signages were salvaged. I would see, like, bakeries have very distinct signages. I also went to a signage museum called Buchstabenmuseum a couple of years back. So when I saw this, I was like, okay. Actually, Ellen saw this and she's like, you need to get this, and she also got one for herself, and it's really pretty. And what's great about this is you can actually go to the places because the addresses are there. At some point, I do want to see these in person, but they're really great for visual reference and for typography inspiration. And it's nice and handy. The next one I have just started but haven't continued is a book by Bell Hooks. It's called All About Love. I bought it in a bookstore called AP Berlin, which you've probably seen in a previous vlog where I went to a coffee shop and a bookstore, so I got this book. This one was sent to me by Hannah McDonald. I will link the title down below. So if you love astrology, if you love having a cozy read by your bedside. This book is called The Book of Moons and Seasons, and I haven't really flipped through it, but it's gorgeously illustrated, as you can see here. It feels more like a graphic novel kind of thing, and also the different facts and information inside it is really rich, and I definitely cannot wait to dive into this. I really like the illustration style as well. It has a mix of like watercolor and line work. And apart from this, I actually got sent a little brochure here. I think this is like the catalog of the publishing house, which is Liminal Publishing. So they do mostly I think tarot, wellness, astrology things. So this is really pretty. Thank you so much to Hannah for sending this over. Next, I got these two from, where did I get them? From Do You Read Me. It's a really nice bookstore that I always go to for magazines, and I wanted to get a business book for some reason, and then I stumbled upon this. It's actually a business magazine. It's called Courier, how do you pronounce this? And it is kind of like a crash course into running a business. I know I already know how to run a business, but having this like manual is so important in case I need a refresher. Even things like terms to know. This is so interesting because usually you don't, no one in business school really like tells you exactly how to run your own business, and this one tackles everything from ideation to choosing your partners for the team. I actually have not, this is where I've stopped reading, so I'm still getting into it, and it's really useful if you want to start a business or if you are looking to find inspiration from other business owners. I really like the cover as well. It has like a retro feel. Anything that catches my eye from the cover is an immediate buy from me for obvious reasons. And lastly, this is an old Frankie issue that I also bought from Do You Read Me. I really like Frankie. It has a really quirky, light, witty, humorous tone to it, but also tackling some really important things, as well as creativity. And as you can see, they have a lot of topics. So I think this was issue 104. I honestly don't really mind what issue I end up getting, because I feel like Frankie's content is evergreen in such a way that if you read it in a few years, it still makes sense. So I really like dabbling into magazines because I'm a frustrated editor-in-chief, and seeing stuff like this like properly laid out and seeing everything, oh, that's Freaky Friday, I just watched that the other day. Seeing things laid out so well like this is just so amazing, and I really like flipping through it for visual inspiration. There's honestly nothing that can compare to print, and I am one of those people who happily support print and still publishing things like actual books like these. So that is it for this video. I do hope you enjoyed checking out the things. I don't do haul videos that often, but these ones have been like months piled up, and I really wanted to share with you because a lot of you usually ask me on Instagram or on YouTube about stationery in general, and I always like giving my personal recommendations and whether or not I've used it and if I can recommend it to you guys. So thank you so much for watching. If you like watching these videos, make sure to subscribe to my channel, or you can support me on Patreon by joining our art club. So every month I do journaling hangouts, I provide digital downloads, exclusive podcast episodes, as well as an in-depth peek at my journal. So most of the things that you don't see on this channel are mostly on Patreon, and I do love chatting with the community. We also have work sprints, and we have a Discord group, and recently we started to create a Notion page for all our stationery, TBR, and other hobbies. So if you'd like to join in on the fun, make sure to head to patreon.com/abc. It's a great way for you to support this channel and also to support my creative journey. Thank you so much for watching, and let me know in the comments which stationery, or maybe all of them, was your favorite from this video. I'll see you guys on the next one. Always be creating. Bye!